Good day, ladies and gentlemen, depending from where you are connecting from. Welcome to today's Green webinar, organized by GreeniHAD to commemorate the International Youth Day. Okay, before I proceed, let me start by introducing myself. My name is Engola Mary Ann from GreeniHAD, Nigeria, and I'll be your host for today. So before I bring up our guest speaker, let me seize this opportunity to introduce you to GreeniHAD. Okay, GreeniHAD is the short form for Green Initiative for Humanitarian Aid and Development. Okay, it's a non-governmental and non-profit organization with our headquarters at Maiduguri, Nigeria. Okay, GreeniHAD is a team of energetic humanitarians, environmentalists, health experts, agriculture experts, nature conservationists, and community volunteers who, in one way or the other, came together with their expertise to employ environmental friendly solutions in approaching developmental and humanitarian actions while sustaining social and gender equality. So, talking about GreeniHAD, the vision of GreeniHAD envisages a healthy, poverty-free, socially equal society with high environmental consciousness. So, without wasting much of our time, okay, we are still waiting for our guest speaker to join. So as soon as he joins, I'm going to introduce him to start. So just stay tuned. He'll be back. So I really appreciate you all for joining. Thank you so much. I can see the Northern Regional Representative, Ifsa. Thank you so much for joining. I can see Chisemumi. Okay, he has already connected. Our speaker has already connected. Okay, to take us through the topic of today's Green webinar is an energetic youth who is making global impact, especially in the area of sustainability and climate finance. So, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Anup Kumade, who is going to give us his presentation within 20 minutes. Anup, you have the floor. You can unmute yourself. Are you there? Okay, seems like he's facing network challenge. Okay. So let's wait for him for some time to connect. Okay, while he connects, we will share the screen so that you see everything we're going to do today. Okay, we're still waiting for our guest speaker. Thank you all for connecting. Okay, our guest speaker is here already. You have the audience, and Tuma.
Hi, Marianne. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, we can hear you.
yeah. So there must be some glitch. Let me fix it.
Yeah,
Am
we
I
can
audible now?
hear you.
Okay, fine, fine.
We cannot see your face.
Yeah. Let me. Yeah. Is it fine now?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
okay.
Hi, Chuku. Is he here? Niyakachi is here.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I'm saying that Onyakachi, Chuku is here or not? So are we good to go? Or we have to wait?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. So can we start the session now? Hello. Yeah.
Yes, you can continue.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. So, as we are here celebrating the International Youth Day, and as the first slide goes by, the today's topic is the green skills for youth for sustaining future. So basically, by 2050, the world's population is expected to reach 9.7 billion, and that's how we need to incorporate proper planning and resource mobilizations to green skilling. So, what are green skills? Green skills are the abilities, knowledge, and values needed to live and work in a sustainable way. So, by possessing these skills, youths can get not only contribution to cleaner environment, but also they can improve their employability and overall well-being and sustainability of this world. Throughout this presentation, we'll explore the green skills, the challenges, what we should do, what the role of the governments. Next, please. Next slide. Yeah. So here I have elaborated the green skills. So green skills is a competency, a set of competencies that enables individuals to contribute to sustainable development by minimizing negative environmental impact, maximizing positive outcomes, and enhancing social inclusiveness. So these skills are kind of a practical knowledge. It has to be in terms of practicability in sort of various sectors like in agriculture, in construction, in energy, transition of the green energy, clean energy, manufacturing sector, transportations. So these skills are lead. This is going to lead to a better future, a sustainable future for all of us. By acquiring these green skills, you guys can develop innovative solutions to environmental challenges, the pressing issues. So this is a kind of a need of the hour for every sector. Every sector is looking forward for this green skills, and we need to develop these green skills in youth. And next screen, next slide. Next slide. Yeah. So what are the benefits of green skills? So there are like several benefits like contributions to overall societal well-being, and having green skills open to job markets. So there are various job markets in the climate finance, in ESG, in the data analysis. So according to study by ILO, the green jobs have the potential to provide higher wages and better working conditions than traditional jobs. So society as a whole get benefits of your skills, as well as the skills can enhance your personality, like in the sector of carbon emissions, increased resource efficiency, and environmental quality. So according to a study by European Commissions, I have quoted it here also, that investing in energy efficient buildings could create up to 2 million jobs by 2020. Uh, though it's a analysis by their report, though it has not been done, but most of the works has been done, and reduce greenhouse gas emissions by before. I think the earlier slide has not completed yet. Can you have the earlier slide, please? Yeah. I will tell you when to shift it. Okay. So according to mine, you can shift the slide. And the 5% possessing the green skill, you can play an important role in creating more sustainable future for all. So these skills will not only enhance your capability for a market. There are several platforms like climate jobs and green job platform where you can enhance the skill online in today's world and get opportunities in the job markets. Next slide. Next slide. Yeah. So the skills buzzing around. What are the skills we need to taken care of? So there are several skills. I have listed down 30 skills here. The first skills is environmental awareness. We should have understanding of what sort of issues are going around across the world, or in Africa, or in Nigeria, or in India, or in the third world, or the developing countries. The issues regarding ecosystem, biodiversity, impact on human activities. So that has to be taken care of first of all. Then the climate literacy. This is a big part because climate change is a buzzword nowadays. There is no gainsaying the fact that it becomes it has been impacting since last decade. So grasping the science of climate change, is cause and effect and potential solutions, we need to in that way also. And next, the sustainable lifestyle. So adopting and promoting eco-friendly behavior in daily life, such as waste reduction, energy conservation. It also like your food habit and your sort of your dressing sense. Like there's a company, you must have heard of it, Patagonia. So they are basically the merchandise they using it. They are called it green merchandise. So what they have do it, they market it in a way that don't buy clothes. So when you are buying this textile products, they're not gonna these are not sort of these are made of silica. These are textile products not sustainable for the environment also. They made some sort of eco-friendly wearables for youths, not only for youth, for across the ages. And they do it by, you should read their interesting stories, the Patagonia story of textile revolution. And they will like they can for 10 years to 20 years they are giving their warranty. And if that is very not very cheap, but if you buy it once, you don't need to buy another product. Like if you buy a jacket from Patagonia, you need to don't need to buy it for 5 to 6 years, and they give the facility of repairment. So this is the sustainable lifestyle. Then we need circular economy knowledge, the understanding of the circular economy, the plastic pollution, the decarbonization, or the low carbon economy, the energy transition. So we need that sort of skill also in that sector. and also the proficiency in green technology. What is happening in the climate technology, climate or the green tech? What are the market? Like we need to think of energy transition. In terms of energy transition, we can think of green hydrogen, biofuels, and the electronic vehicle. Like India is leading the market right now, and we all know the energy issues like International Solar Alliance with France. India is the headquarter of ISA is in India, and we since last two years after specifically after COVID-19, the shortage of the job market and the considerations of the pollutions, the air pollutions and the water scarcity, it's rampant right now. And that's why we need to think of the solutions, the tech solutions, the green tech. Now we need renewable energy resources like which I have already told, like solar and wind and hydropower, natural resources management, waste management like sewage treatment, what is STP, sewage treatment plant, how it works, and like biodiversity conservations. Like it's an umbrella term, right? Biodiversity, you can include here the ecosystem services, the ecological approaches, the agronomic practices. These are all will be included here. The community engagement and the ownership. So I can showcase a great example of community ownership and participation in India. There's an NGO called Shiv Ganga in Madhya Pradesh, India. The founder got the civilian award Padma Shri in India for social achievement sector, and this NGO is catering to 15 SDGs. I have been working with them, and they have parameters like water, afforestation, water conservation, gram engineering. Gram is the term in India. It's village. So village engineering. They are empowering the youth there. So, and most of the works has been done by communities. It is the largest tribal community in India, by the way, the Bhil community. You can read any article, just Google it, Shivganga Bhil community. You will find several articles. And so this is the example of community engagement. Now, we need also geopolitical awareness, like understanding of the global and geopolitical dimensions of sustainability. Unless and until we are in across the table, all the parties, all the COPs, all the signatories of the Paris Climate Accord, or the Montreal Protocol, we need to all the youths need to sit across the table. That's why you see there are separate sessions, separate events going around during the SB 58 also, and there's going to be a several sessions going to happen in Abu Dhabi this year in COP 28 also. So we need to sit across the table and we need to exchange our views. Next slide. Next slide. Yeah, so the cross-cultural collaboration, that's what I'm talking about. Sitting across the table, you will have the cross-cultural collaboration with diverse group and communities. And I am part of Yongo UMFCCC, Global Youth Biodiversity Network, Eval Youth India, and several other organizations. So we need sort of environmental advocacy, sustainable agricultural practice. The most of the countries, the developing countries, sustained by the agriculture practices. We need to think of organic farming or ZBNF, zero budget natural farming here. So this need to be practiced. Not only the knowledge can suffice it, we need to practice this sort of farming methods. And green building and architecture, so designing and constructing energy efficient and eco-friendly building. What's happening in New York is like most of the architectural development are focused on the green part, how green and clean tech can renovate the buildings there. And then we need to think in terms of climate adaptation strategies. This is a skill where you require the climate adaptation and mitigation skills. What are the parameters for country specific or the nation specific? Now there is sustainable transportation regarding. I have already told that EVs, the green fuels, that promoting and low carbon transportations. So that's where we can move up. And here the DeFi, decentralized finance, plays a big role. The crypto. So these through these we can automate the transportation sector also. The green finance understanding, the climate finance, the transition finance, the blended finance. So if the PPP, public private model fails, the blended finance model BFM can can complete that can suffice that engagement of private sector and the public sector, and there is like eco-social entrepreneurship. What is like the GreeniHAD, right? So this is a kind of eco-social entrepreneurship, like creating innovative solutions that address the environmental and social issues. The data analysis and sustainability, data analysis using data. Data is the new gold in today's world, and coding is the global mother tongue, as they say. So we need learning of AI and ML and how we can incorporate it in the sustainability finance, in the climate tech, and we need policy advocacies for across the table, sitting across the table, in engagement of the youth, the administrator, the UN officials, the country's leaders. We need the corporate leaders. We need policy advocacy, and we need to think in that line that how we can analyze the policy. Like I've been part of loss and damage working group of Yongo, and they have done it. They let you learn that how you can analyze the policy, how you can analyze the Paris Climate Accord. Next slide. Next slide. So then we need cultural sensitivity, right? Respecting diverse cultures' perspective on environmental issues. Like the Will tribes I'm talking about, they are prone to the region of water scarcity. So basically what they have done is contour trenching. So that is very much sustainable for them, and that is more cultural in their nature. They are not accustomed of roof water rain harvesting because they don't have roof. They live in a mud house. So in that sense, we need to think considering the cultural sensitivity also regarding the community, the specific community what we are working for. Then we need global environmental governance. This is like understanding the environmental agreements and participating in global efforts. The climate justice awareness, the climate justice, there are several organizations, they have worked with the climate justice, the how much people are getting acted. There needs to be a law, there needs to be some amendments in the ICJ, International Court of Justice also. Then we need green communication skills. Like I am communicating with Chukwu for last few months. So that is like we are made because of GreeniHAD and some organizations. So that is the green communication. You need to reach out to the like-minded people. Now, ecotourism management. So it is there is like in tourism sector, ecotourism, homestay has a big market. When you learn the skills of ecotourism management specific in management studies, when you specialize in sustainability studies, you will learn these sort of skills of ecotourism management, homestay tourism, and the market, the potential location. Then this sustainable fashion knowledge. I've already told about the story of Patagonia. It's part of the sustainable fashion knowledge. Now, renewable energy policy is a part of policy advocacy, and I've quoted it differently because in the energy sector, we need specific attention. Now, there is ecosystem restoration techniques. We need to find sort of techniques. What kind of restoration techniques? I have applied CVM, contingent valuation method, in analyzing the economic valuation of East Kolkata wetland in Kolkata. It's a Ramsar site, and it's the only one Ramsar site in the world which is basically the, you can say it's the only one which basically the clean the wastewater, is basically clean its wastewater. And next slide. Yeah, I'm rounding off. So next slide, please. So encapsulating the big picture. So what we need environmental stewardship, we need climate intelligence, we need circular economy champions, renewable energy pioneers, community-driven sustainability. Next slide. And sustainable innovators and entrepreneurs, eco-diplomats and policy advocates, cultural guardians of nature, inspirational leaders for tomorrow. Next slide. Next slide. So what are the challenges? Main challenge is a lack of access to education and training opportunity, and perception that green jobs are low paying. So to address these challenges, government and organizations should go in, they should work in tandem. They should go in hand. Next slide. Next slide, please. The role of government and organizations is crucial in promoting this development of green skills. Like India has Swayam platform. I don't know about Nigeria, but you guys must have some government efforts for learning these sort of skills. So by providing education and training opportunities, they can equip young people with the knowledge and skills needed to pursue career in fields such as renewable energy, sustainable agriculture, and green construction. This is a successful initiative of Green Jobs Initiative launched by ILO, as I've already told. Next slide. Next slide. Yeah, so what the way ahead? So in conclusion, we have seen that the green skills are the essential for creating a sustainable future. Youth who possesses these skills will not only be better equipped to navigating the challenges of job market, they will contribute to a greener, sustainable society for near future. Youth, we are the future for sustainable environment. So as an individual, we can take steps, small steps towards developing our own green skills, like any sort of innovations practices, research knowledge, or in any sector. If you are teaching, if you are a student, do small works, learn new skills. These green skills will make you ready for the job market. Also, there must have some social consciousness. Will build some sort of, you will work for the better tomorrow, right? So yeah, next slide. I think that was the last slide. So thanks for having me. I would like to thank GreeniHAD and Chaku and Myron for hosting that session. I'm open for Q&A. You can reach out to me in these links. I'm happy to connect you all, guys.
Okay, thank you, amiable speaker, Anu, for this wonderful presentation. It was really educating, inspiring, and motivating. So without wasting much of our time, we'll make the floor open for 2 or more questions. If anybody have questions to ask or reactions. Or contributions to add to what Anoop said so far.
Yes, yes. I'm ready for any kind of questions, any knowledge do you want to know, any platform, any specific requirement.
Okay. Okay. Enwere Zoshinemere. Okay. You can unmute yourself.
Good morning. Thank you for the opportunity to ask my question. It was a nice presentation, and I appreciate the organizers of this program. I don't know if I can be heard. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you. Okay, thank you. So my question stems from the theme of the program, which says green skills for youths towards a sustainable world. So my question is, as you might have noticed, I came late for the program, and I apologize for my lateness. So I would just want the speaker to point out, say, 3 or 4 skills that he thinks is quite necessary and is sustainable for youths towards this sustainable world. I hope my question is clear, or should I buttress?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes.
Okay. Should I?
Yeah. So yeah, I got your point. So you are asking that what are the 5 important skills that you need to have right now. So first skills you need is like the knowledge of green technology or the climate technology, because the technological innovations and solutions can give you a hands-on training and practical knowledge regarding greening our future. The second one is the climate advocacies regarding the changing nature of the climate and vagaries of monsoon. We have to think of better solutions, how we can change, like accommodate our climate policies and the climate adaptations and mitigation strategies. Next one is the empowerment of the rural people through youth. Like most of the worlds are living in the most of the communities are rural. So we have to think solutions not only in terms of urban perspective. We have to think solutions from rural perspective also. The fourth one would be the renewable energy. So transition in the renewable energy sector, we like the decarbonization and the low carbon economy is the next big thing which is going to happen for the next 10 years, because most of the NDCs, like nationally determined contributions, are focused according to the Paris Climate Accord. They are focused on the transition in the energy, and for that we need the finance, the climate finance. So you should have knowledge of climate finance, you should have knowledge of transition finance. And the fifth one, for the innovators, entrepreneurs, we need to think of products like green products, the sustainable products, and the investment should come from the valuation of the companies. So we need the skill of ESG writing. The ESG is a disclosure, is a framework. So we need to value the company, the funding, the investment ESG, not to the CSO funding. And most of the countries should adopt it and legalize it. So that the first 5 important skills you need to have right now. Yeah, I think I have made my point clear.
Yeah. Can I make a comment?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. Your answer was very direct to my questions. Thank you very much. Also, can I ask another one?
Thank you, Radu.
Can I ask another one?
Yeah,
I have one other.
Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So, from your questions, from your response, my question now is:
yes,
Are there
yes.
software skills? Are there software skills that are necessary for individuals to learn that, when they master, can be applied towards a sustainable world? And since we are treating towards technological advancements, are there software skills necessary that, if someone promoting sustainability, environmental, are there
I think your voice is breaking.
there skills that you can
get you.
advise them to learn, software skills in?
So,
Okay.
okay, got it.
Okay.
Yeah, the software skills you need is basically the data analysis skills you need first. For that, you need IBM SPSS, you need Power BI by Microsoft, or the Tableau to visualize the data. To analyze the spatial data, you need the skill of geospatial data analysis through ArcGIS, to GEE, Google Earth Engine, or the QGIS. It's an open source platform. And ArcGIS is the best thing you could learn to spatially analyze the land use, land cover, the potential green vegetation coverage through techniques for NDVI, normalized difference vegetation index, or NDWI, normalized difference water index. So these sort of software skills right now you should have in hand to analyze the data and to understand the solutions. Like the data will speak, so you need to analyze the data first, and that's when you need this.
Okay, one more question from anyone so that we round up. Questions or reactions or contributions. Okay.
Hello.
In the absence of no question, ladies and gentlemen, make welcome the founder of this great organization, by name Onyeka Chukwu.
Okay, thank you, Anur, for that wonderful presentation. I hope you can see me.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
Yes, I'm really grateful you're able to do justice to this topic, which is the global theme the international. I just want to thank everybody that joined. Green Initiative for Humanitarian Aid and Development is actually out to physically and virtually put informations and so on. We tag our webinars green webinar, that all we need for sustainable development goals. If you watch, the sustainable development goals are connected, but to a large extent, Green Initiative helps in connecting them and helps in achieving them sustainably. I think, like the last speaker that spoke and asked question, I think there are also quick skills that you can easily engage yourself, probably as a way of enhancing your livelihood. We have things like green painting, where you do painting for environmental related things, and people get to buy them, okay, using equipment that are eco-friendly for your painting. Also have things like in this working of renewable energy, you can generate energy using solar. So you can go and learn skills like solar installation. Okay, there are also skills like farmers are generating from biogas. Okay, so a lot of youth are now engaging themselves in developing skills on how to generate biogas. I think this organization has sponsored also some students that are doing their research in Nigeria to come up with a machine that can, a briquetting machine, to convert agricultural wastes, to convert things like sawdust, forest waste, okay, to reusable things, and you can also generate power from that. You talk. Thank you, Anul, for talking about some of the softwares one youth can acquire. You know, these days the in thing is artificial intelligence. Youth can go into the areas of artificial intelligence, data analysis, geodata processing, and so on and so forth. Data is actually a big money in the world. And of course, we can learn forest nursery techniques, raising seedlings, because every now and then we have